This episode of Is This Adulting is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. If you'd like to learn more about supporting the show, click the Support the Show tab on our website, isthisadultingpod.com. It helps us keep the lights on here at Is This Adulting headquarters, or you can visit us at patreon.com/isthisadulting. Thanks. Hey everybody, and welcome to Is This Adulting, the mental health comedy podcast you never knew you needed. I'm your best friend, and I'm a Muppet enthusiast. I'm Stephen Pappas.
And I'm Chris Crimmett, and I'm coming to you live from a bunker.
Are you in the Prius right now?
No, I'm in the other car. So, hey everyone. I want to share where I am, but before I fully do, why don't we introduce our guest? Because I have a fun fact that I feel like I want to share with her, also part of this conversation.
Oh, who could it be? You've revealed her, so
yes.
Now we're doing that. All right, well, we couldn't do it alone. Y'all don't want to listen to us run our mouths and talk about what kind of cars we're sitting in. So we have another best friend with us this week. So she's another returning guest and just a wonderful human. You know her from her podcast, Good Christian Fun. Please welcome Caroline Ely back to the show. Hey, Caroline.
Hi. How you guys doing?
Oh, living the dream, you know.
I'm in a car, so I'm doing
so
pretty
both
good.
Pretty bad.
So let me please explain to you something, Caroline. I have only 2 times recorded this podcast, not from the normal place that I record.
Uh-huh.
Both times it has been recording with you.
Oh.
Yes. One time
last time you were like at a friend's house, right?
Yes, I was in Indiana. Ironically, those same friends just happened to be driving through unexpectedly, and now they're here, but they have a baby now, and that baby has to go to sleep early. And so I quickly realized I didn't have anywhere to record. So because of that, I'm sitting in my car, in my garage, but don't worry, it's not on.
Aww.
So anyone who's
You know
worried
how
about
some
that,
people like bring the rain or bring the sunshine? I bring these 2 friends into your life.
you do, slash technical difficulties, but I love it anyway. It's great.
The entire time you were
a little bit of curse. That's me.
So yeah, I'm in a car, and luckily the people who are listening can't see this because I look like I'm just. If anyone has ever watched the TV show Hey Arnold, I'm the kid that is hanging out behind Helga, the one that's breathing heavily this whole time. That's another classic reference for you. I do only things from this decade, apparently. So I'm very much looking creepy right now, so I apologize.
Yeah, you look like the video someone records right before going and performing like a violent act.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Probably not a good reference right now.
That's all right. That's all right. No, I understand though, because I definitely have a nice, just a little bit of glow on my face. Pretty much, it looks like a slightly cheaper version of Blair Witch Project, which is already pretty impressive since that was about as cheap as you can get. So it's just in a car instead of in the woods.
I love it, and I hope everyone listening knows that if Chris goes silent at any point, it is because he is living in some sort of terrible survival situation, because he is in a car, it is warm, he does not have water, and he can't move because he's got 2 lap desks holding up all of his equipment. So if he goes quiet, his blood has stopped flowing.
Yeah, we got an eye on him. We'll call 911 real fast.
Yeah,
I'm mostly worried that my legs are going to go numb. Like that's like I'm holding these together. So
if they don't, you're not doing it right.
Wow. Okay.
Nice. Well done.
All right. Well, we're going to get into everything in just a second, but before we do, Caroline, do you want to tell people where they can find you, your show, and your home address on the interwebs?
Yeah, my home address is not on the internet, and that's on purpose. Don't come to me. Don't find me. But if you do want to find me online, you can look me up on Instagram and Twitter at Caroline's Farts. If you want to keep any respect for me, don't go look those up. And then you can find my podcast, Good Christian Fun, at Christian Fun Pod all around the internet. It's where me and my co-host Kevin talk about Christian pop culture, and we keep it funny and fun, and then sometimes we also get pretty mad.
Yeah.
That's a new description I haven't used yet.
Pretty mad.
But I love it. Can you tell people where to find the real star of the show, which is Scampy?
Scampi can be found usually within a 5-foot radius of her food bowl.
Sure. I was thinking social media handles, if Scampi has any.
Oh, she does, actually. I don't run them. Scampi does. So give me
okay.
1 second here.
Okay. I was going to say, I do follow Scampi on Twitter.
She likes to tweet. It's ScampiCat_. So the underscore is at the end. That's SCAMPICAH.
Scampi's not great at texting, in all of her defense, though. She doesn't have opposable thumbs.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough to read, but I do love it.
She likes to communicate.
Well, that is awesome. We don't have any housekeeping this week for the first time in forever. Except,
wow.
I really almost started singing The First Time in Forever from Frozen, but that would be 2 weeks of starting off with Frozen, and I am not ready for it.
Okay.
I do want to say, I guess I can say, this is coming out on November the 1st. Hello, future people. It's November the 1st, and this coming Monday, and briefly on Tuesday, the 5th and 6th, Christopher and I will be in Washington, D.C. We're going to see/hang out with our guest from last week and friends of the show, and That's Why We Drink. So we're going to be in D.C. So if you're in D.C., hey, send us a Facebook message, send us an email. Maybe we can throw something impromptu together like we kind of did last time we were there. Really well organized meetups. So anyway, okay, well, that's all the housekeeping. I have a feeling this next section's going to get a little lengthy. We're going to start off this week just like we do every week with a mental health check-in. So Chris, how you been this week?
For recording in a car at nighttime, I'm surprisingly doing decently well. I had a pretty intense week, but at the same time, it was fun because so it was my birthday. Thank you, everyone who wished me well wishes on Facebook and other places like that.
Happy birthday!
Thank you, Caroline. I turned 29, so this is my last, I guess. I don't know.
Year on Earth.
I don't know. It's like my last minor birthday, I guess, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like once you're 30, I mean, 30's like a big one, right? And then,
right.
And after that, I don't know if you really get excited about birthday, at least like the aging part of it. I'm not sure. But I guess then I'm 100% an adult by that point. So I had a decent birthday week, which was nice. And then besides that, I had a really fun weekend because I got to hang out with a cute little baby. And the best part was I was able to hang out with a cute little baby, my best friend's babies. I was going
to say, and now you're on a list.
Yeah. But I tell you, there's nothing better than a baby just looking at you and just laughing. And any other age group, that would be super, super upsetting for your insecurity purposes. But for whatever reason, when the baby does it, it's just man, this is hilarious. And so I've just been hanging out with their baby, trying to be a good uncle. I have taught the baby how to stand up and do the stanky leg. Now, I might be helping a little bit in the process, but
sure. The baby is only 2.5 months old, right?
Hey, correction. It's almost 4 months old. So, so she's pretty skilled. So besides that though, I feel pretty good. I'm feeling rested and I've been sleeping decent for the last week or two. So overall, I say that, and then tonight is going to be the night that I don't sleep. That's how it always works. But overall, I am having a better week. So I'm gonna count that as a win. So Caroline, what's going on with you?
I'm doing pretty well. I just finished off a big work project, so that's a relief off of my mind. Because one of my responsibilities is I kind of help plan the parties that go on at some of our businesses. And so I was doing a lot of Halloween decorating and promoting and stuff like that this past week. And it's nerve-wracking because it's one of those things at your job where there's literal proof of how well you did. How successful
100%,
something was.
Yeah.
Because just how many people come and that kind of thing. So it went well, and that's good. And so it was kind of a relief to have that off my back a little bit. But up until that point too, I've been trying to do meditation a little bit more here and there, and recognize when I'm getting like antsy. I get really like physically jittery sometimes, and I'm kind of nervous, and I just don't notice it until I stop for a second and be like, "Hey, you're freaking out. You need to just calm on down." And so something that's been helpful is just doing a little bit of meditation here and there. In fact, I did one the other night right before we recorded an episode of GCF. Like Kevin, I think, went to go walk our guest into the house, and I just like sat in a chair and did some deep breaths with my eyes closed for a little bit. I was getting like kind of nervous for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty well. And then today I actually took a sick day, and so it's been very, very relaxed and zen all day.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How was it difficult for you to be able to start doing meditation? Like for me, it took me a little bit, but then I started really, really enjoying the ability to like force myself to be calm. Was that difficult for you?
Yeah, I think maybe I'm by no means like an expert. I've only been doing this, I think, maybe a couple months or so.
Yeah.
And I use the like Headspace app to learn.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, and the first like 2 or 3 times was kind of frustrating at first, but then I did like feel better afterward, and so I think it's got a little easier in just being able to recognize like it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just to calm myself down, focus where I'm at right now, and those are pretty low bars to hit. So if I can hit those, I feel like I'm doing okay. I don't know if you guys have tried this on there, but they have like sleep aid recordings. Have you looked at those at all?
So I haven't tried theirs, but I imagine if everything else I've tried is amazing, and I feel like I need to try it.
So I usually don't use them, or I don't have a big trouble getting to sleep, but the other night I was, and they have like they're kind of like a little story, / scene, and so you walk in and you like start sort of with a meditation, and then the scene I chose was Cat Marina. And so it's like a marina with boats and cats. And so this narrator is taking you along, and he's like, "Oh, what's that? Something warm and fuzzy. It's wrapped itself around your ankle. It's Marvin, the seaside kitten." And it just like goes on and on. And like,
kitten.
Yeah, and it gives you like full descriptions of each cat. And like, this is the regal one on top of the boat over here. And it's so sweet. And it's just like a delightful thing. And it really like calms me down. And
of course, it's seaside kittens.
So, yeah,
I love it.
And they have like little boat sounds, and like water. And
oh,
great.
Wow!
I need you to know, a lot of people have been watching A Haunting at Hill House.
Oh yeah,
very good show, fantastic. I don't find it super scary because like I like horror things and I don't find them scary. But a lot of people are saying they're having trouble sleeping. And I do think that I will now have trouble sleeping thinking of what is indeed my worst nightmare, which is a body of water surrounded by cats. I hate water and I hate cats. And so
what I just told you was like the equivalent of a spooky campfire ghost story.
You briefly were the No Sleep podcast. And I think you need to contact them and get some of their ad revenue because you have terrified me just deep within my bowels.
Okay.
And so,
Ew.
Yeah, I know that's where it is.
That's a weird place to go.
Gross.
It's where the fear is. The fear lies in just the heart of your bowels, which is kind of weird that your bowels have their own heart.
Stephen walks upon to the seaside kittens and is so afraid he drops one right in front of the kitten.
I do.
What did you step in? A bunch of Steven's dung.
It's your dung.
They're using dung like we're on a safari.
Describing the dung. Can I just say, I also love the idea of, I don't know if they have multiple narrators, but like the main guy who is the one that does your first 10-day trial, who I think is like is David Attenborough? No. But whoever the guy is, he's the most gentle, amazing voice ever, and I just want him to narrate my life. But is it him?
Great. It's so no, it was a different guy.
Oh wow.
But it was me, and I think I don't think he did not have like I don't know what that guy has. I think it's an Australian accent or a British accent.
I don't know what it is, but it's beautiful.
This guy had an American accent at Cat Marina. Cat Marina is a USA town.
Cat Marina. I just want
Cat Marina, USA.
I want to explore Cat Marina because I feel like if there's that many cats, there's going to be some cats that aren't nearly as adorable as Marvin. You know what I'm saying? They're brushing on the highlights. They haven't got to the one that this is Becky. She's slangly. She has no hair.
There was like kind of a like a lingering sensuality about some of the cat descriptions that was a little uncomfortable. Like, yeah, they described one of them, I think, as like sensual, and another one was like, I don't know. Just like it like spent a lot of time on the cat's body in a way that
I'm just picturing
vaguely
I'm picturing
sexual.
that
Like,
voice.
okay.
But it's definitely like, and as you turn to the right, you notice a nice, dully colored tabby, and you can't help but stare at that ass. No.
Look into
To your left
eyes. I think they do say sultry.
A sultry?
Yeah,
wow.
it's a lot.
You see a very buxom Siamese cat.
Who is that naughty sailor across the sea? Wow, this has gotten very interesting.
I'm sorry, hang on a second. Okay, I didn't want you to... I had to cut my camera off, listeners, because it was getting so hot and steamy in here. I didn't want them to see how overwhelmed with passion I was.
Yeah.
Well, I just pulled up the Headspace app, and it said, please do not let Steven Pappas on this app. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. That's why I'm scared, because I just can't control myself around those fuzzy little cats.
Gosh, on a different note, I want to create an entire new podcast just about what's the cat town again? I already forgot the name.
Cat Marina.
Cat Marina. Is it just Cat Marina, USA?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. So
I
want to
do like a Welcome to Night Vale style podcast about Cat Marina,
where slowly the cats become angrier and angrier and more hyped up on catnip. It's going to be awesome. All right, I'm sorry, Steven. I'm sorry. We'll go back to what you'd prefer, sexualizing the cats. Apparently that's your go-to. Anyway, sorry. This is supposed to be mental health check-in, and I definitely took that away from that, so I apologize. It might be the lack of oxygen that I'm getting in this car currently.
Well, don't you worry. I'm going to bring us crashing back down to earth in just a moment.
Yes, I know. So awesome, though. Headspace, thank you for the recommendation, Caroline. Everyone, go listen to it.
Sure. I'm pretty sure it's like one of the biggest meditation apps in the world, so it won't be hard to find in. I'm not giving you like a niche tip, but it's great.
Look for cats. Cat Marina.
Yeah,
and you'll be able to
very approachable, very good. I'm sure there's a dog marina too.
Dog marina. But see, you're still in the marina. Like if it was like
it's
dog.
also sensual.
Okay, there's dog desert. Is that what you want?
That sounds, I don't like heat either. I like dog national park.
Oh, look at these dry ass dogs. Welcome to your sweet
There's
spot,
no
Steven.
water in sight.
I don't know why I'm being so antagonistic with you. I don't need to do that.
Wow. That's pretty amazing. Well, Steven, I guess I should send it to you, which we are definitely going with a different tone on this, but it's still very important to talk about, both in general, I think just culturally right now, but especially considering this has such an effect on you.
Sure.
So what's going on, man?
We're going to have a little tonal switch here.
That's all right. That's okay.
For Steven's mental health check-in, but what is this adulting if not a series of tonal switches that are abrupt and honestly kind of jarring? So real quick content warning for gun violence. If that is something that triggers you, you may want to just hop on over about 5 or 10 minutes. Because I need to speak and process things. It's weird because I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to Tarantino this thing and tell about my day in reverse. 2 weird things happened today. I was at my psychiatrist's office getting a fun new medication because of course I was. And 3 cops and 5 paramedics burst in the door and ran through another door yelling, "Where is he?" And I got like slammed up against the glass a little bit because they were just like running by me, and that kind of jarred me and terrified me, especially since I had a lot of weird experience with people in uniform today. Also, on the way up to my psychiatrist's office, I did get stuck in an elevator. And y'all, it's been a day. And elevators are just tiny hell boxes. And when you are stuck in one for, let's be honest, not very long, it was roughly 5 minutes, but I'm the only person on this elevator. And I had that moment of like, no one knows I'm on this elevator. No one's with me. I might die here. And so I was like, do I press the alarm button? Is that going to cause more trouble? So I just stood there in silence for 5 minutes going, this is how I die. This is it. And it went up to the 3rd floor, which was where I was getting off. The top floor, it was only a 3-story building. I could have just taken the stairs, but I'm lazy. This is what I
Don't
get.
shame yourself. 3 stories? No, not many people are walking 3 stories. So
all right, Chris.
you were on the right side of history, my friend.
But goes up to the 3rd floor. Door opens like halfway and then closes again. Then drops me 2 floors and then sits for another minute. And I was like,
jeez Louise.
And finally, like, I pushed the 3 button to go back up and it sat for a few seconds and then eventually moved back up. The door opened and I burst forth from the elevator in front of people as though I were some sort of like beached whale coming back into the water. And they were very confused. And then I think they saw me going down the hall to the psychiatric facility and they were like, yep, that checks out. So that was weird. But the weirder thing and the thing that the trigger warning was pertaining to, and I wasn't really going to talk about this much, but I kind of need to process it a little bit, if that is okay with you, Christopher, and our guest. I have spoken to you each briefly about it, just so you didn't, this didn't come out of left field when we did the episode. But as those of you who know in the Facebook group already, or if you watched the national news today, there was a shooting at a high school in Matthews, North Carolina, and it was the high school that my wife teaches at. And that was the first thing I woke up to this morning. Was I had 2 text messages, one from my boss and one from a friend, saying, hey, I just heard about the high school. Is Katie okay? And I took a second and freaked the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then I saw that I had another message that I had missed from Katie saying, you're going to hear some things on the news. School's on lockdown. There's been a shooting at the school. We are safe. We are good. The shooter has been apprehended. So I was like, all right. And so I ended up watching the news for like 3 hours, which didn't help.
Yeah.
And kind of talking to her and updating her from outside because they weren't getting many updates inside. And what it appeared to be was a bullying situation that had not been addressed properly. And the recipient of the bullying, it sounds like, brought a gun and they got into a physical altercation and he fired off a few shots. And unfortunately, the victim succumbed to their wounds a few hours later and passed away. And so it was real weird. I volunteer a lot at that school to help out with stuff. And so I know a lot of students. And it's been interesting because it's all anybody in this area is talking about right now. And I've been talking to Katie about it and trying to unload things, but I felt bad talking to her because my side of the story felt like I was making it about me. And that's not my intention. That's not what I was trying to do. It was just I needed to process it, and I didn't really process the fact that I woke up to a text that has literally been my worst nightmare for the entire time we've been married. With her as a teacher, my worst nightmare is waking up to a text that says there's been a shooting at her school, because I mean, the society we're living in now, I mean, unfortunately we've become desensitized to it on some level, but this is something that happens. And as the spouse of a teacher, I remember I've always kind of had it at the back of my mind, but the odds game tells you odds are it's not going to happen to you. And so you kind of rest on that. And to wake up to that, I legitimately had a moment where I was like, is this reality? Am I having a bad dream? Like, what's going on? And there was some drama with the parents and stuff that went on, and it was just a very bad situation. And the schools had a rough couple days, y'all. Last night, one of the students was struck crossing a road and was killed. They found out about it this morning, 10 minutes before the shooting. The school went into lockdown, of course, during the shooting. Kids running to their classrooms, or any nearby classroom. And I feel selfish, but I was frustrated because my wife was not in her classroom when it happened. She was down the hall. And even though there was a lockdown in effect, she walked out of that classroom and walked down an empty hallway with a shooter in the hall to get to her class because she wanted to be there for her kids. And I feel selfish because that made me kind of angry at first that she left safety to go and be with her kids.
Yeah.
But I also applaud her tremendously for that. That is a amount of courage that I do not have. Self-preservation, I think, is something that would be at the forefront of my mind. But y'all, this is something that is happening far too often in our society. And I've been tired of it, and I've been tired of the thoughts and prayers line, and I've been tired of that for a long time. And we don't get political on this show, so I'm trying not to, but this hit home in a weird, different way. This should not have happened. And it sucks. It really does. And it's just a level of, when's violence going to stop on some level? And so I'm not here to sit here and talk gun policy and all that. That's not what I'm doing by any means, because we do try to be a place on the internet where people can come and forget about that sort of stuff for a couple hours a week and really talk about mental health, talk about that. But for me this week, this is a big part of my mental health. Today was honestly the scariest day I've had since my dad died. And I was kind of a mess because even though I knew she was safe, she didn't feel safe until I saw her after school. And I could actually like hug her and be there and see her in front of me. That's when she felt safe, even though I knew for the last half of the day she was safe. But just one thing I've noticed is in all the news coverage and the community, I was telling Caroline before we recorded, the community has come together in beautiful ways. The community is providing free food and free coffee to teachers at the school if they come in throughout the week. Just, hey, thank you for being supportive and taking care of our kids. We want to take care of you. Different places have opened their doors to be places where people can go and talk to people. Churches and community centers are holding vigils for the one victim, as well as the families of both people, the shooter and the shootee, because I think people will forget in this situation, both of them were just kids.
Yeah.
And in a sad way, 2 lives ended.
Yeah.
Through this, because, a lot of people will paint the shooter to be this terrible villain, but he was just another kid, and he walked into his math class after it happened and set the gun on the desk and said, I did a terrible thing, and didn't put up a fight. He knew what he had done. He just, I don't know. And so his life is over. This kid has thrown away his future. And I don't feel like we should take away the severity of that. And we should not think about him as well. And his family, who in a way have lost a child. And so the one thing I remember hearing in the news coverage, though, is thank you to the police. Let's think about the police. Let's think about the students. But I do just want to say, and maybe I'm biased, but let your kids' teachers know how much you appreciate them out there. Because like I said, my wife was willing to step out into a hallway where there could have been a gunman to go and take care of her children because she knew that their parents expected them to be safe. And so she made sure that they were going to be safe. And so, teachers, thank you for everything you do. It's absolutely incredible. And like I said, let your teachers know that you appreciate what they do, because a lot of teachers don't get the recognition they deserve. And I'm not saying my wife deserves recognition. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying a lot of teachers don't hear on a daily basis that what they do is important. And something like this really kind of puts that into perspective with the way the teachers responded and jumped on it and took care of everything. And so, yes, thank you, teachers. And thank you, Chris, Caroline. Thank you for letting me kind of say that and process this as we're kind of talking. Yeah, it was a weird day. And so I just kind of wanted to hash that out a little bit. Look, we're a comedy show. Here's all the funnies. Yeah. So I've said my piece. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that. I mean, it's already a difficult thing as is when you feel like you're constantly seeing, I mean, hell, this week, the day before we have a different type of shooting that happens. And so I think being able to have that experience shared by someone that you know and someone that you're connected to, for me especially is something that helps. It helps prevent it from just being one more news story that kind of cycles through, and that then that news story often goes away as soon as the next big news story hits, or the next big, I can't believe this politician said this, or I can't believe that so-and-so tweeted that, or whatever it might be. And so it helps provide, I think it specifically helps provide a reality check that even though the sad reality is 3 days from now, there'll be something else on the news that will get people's attention, the community that you're in isn't going to stop grieving, you know? And the people of Pittsburgh aren't going to stop grieving, even though the next news cycle has already hit. And so I think it's a good reminder of just that we shouldn't have a temporary, I'll keep you in my thoughts and prayers type of thing, and then move on, but kind of continually to remember that that's something that's going on. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. I'm just, I mean, I expressed this a little bit more, but I'm so sorry. And I just can't imagine how it would feel knowing, like, even just like logically knowing your spouse is safe, but like you said, just needing to hug her and feel like she's there still must have been so painful. And I can imagine for you, it's really hard. Like, you kind of forget about the people on the periphery of who these kind of events affect. And like you said, like, it feels weird and selfish to like center myself in this story, but I am also experiencing this event today and what happened, and like, there's appropriate times to do it or to not, but I think this was a totally appropriate time. And so I'm put my heart out to you and how this day must have felt. And I'm sure there's a lot of fallout to come, but you're still in it.
Yeah. And I really appreciate that. And I do want to say a very deep thank you to, all of the listeners that reached out via email and social media today, just to check in and say, hey, we hope Katie's okay. Both originally when they said it, they were discussing, hey, I hope she's okay physically. And then throughout the day, people reaching out and saying, how's she holding up? You know, what's going on? We got emails and Facebook message and Twitter messages. And so thank you so much for speaking out and at least letting us know, hey, we're thinking about this. And I know that really, that was a big support for her to see listeners from the show who she has no idea who a lot of you are, just reach out and say, hey, you know, this sucks. Hope you're okay. So I do want to say a big thanks to, just everyone listening that was able to do that. Thank you so much. But going to start just transitioning out of this because I've made it sad, and we're here to make the ha-has. So, as always, if you have a mental health check-in you'd like to share or an idea of how we can encourage you throughout the week, we will remind you, y'all, we are not professionals in any way, shape, or form. But
I'm sitting in a car currently.
Yes.
Just to fully clarify how unprofessional I am.
Yeah, and if you could see me in Skype right now, there's a Lego set back here. There's toys on a shelf. There's comic books. I mean, this is not a psychiatric professional's office. Even though I will say my psychiatrist works primarily with children and me, one very overgrown child, and there are a lot of fun toys in her office that I play with. But if you are in need of mental health assistance, please reach out to a mental health professional. Or if you're in crisis, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. You do not have to be in crisis or suicidal to speak to them. They will just talk if you just need somebody to listen. And even though we are not professionals, if you want to share with us, you can email us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com. Share a mental health check-in. Share the good things in your life. Share the things that you're struggling with. We don't get a chance to respond to every email, but we do read everything that comes through. And so you can definitely do that, or check out the Best Friends group on Facebook. I see it on a daily basis, but I got to see firsthand how that community comes together and supports its own today. So yeah, definitely check it out. All right. We got heavy. We got real heavy. Let's have some fun. So, Christopher, we are moving on to our first topic.
Mm-hmm.
What I have not prepared Caroline for this at all.
Yes. In advance, I apologize, Caroline.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's it's going to be weird. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I have not. We just wanted that good improv from you. So, hey, Chris, do you want to fill us in on what we're doing?
Yeah. You don't have to worry. This is not too much improv. This is just this is a fun thought exercise that we've done once so far, and this is something that I feel like me and Steven have been doing some for the last however many years of our friendship, a decade at least. And so we just figured we'd bring other people into this very weird thought experiment, and that is. It's a little segment that I call How Much?
No, Christopher.
And, yeah?
Say it right.
Wait, what do you mean?
Say it right.
I don't remember. How am I supposed to say it?
There's a movie from the early 2000s that this is a line from, Christopher.
You're making an assumption that I remember.
Starring Sacha Baron Cohen.
Does he say it in a certain way? Steven...
You got to do it with the accent.
Not everyone has the incredible lack of knowledge or amount of knowledge. Sorry, not lack of knowledge that you have about all types. Why don't you say it?
It is a segment that we call How Much?
There we go. Thank you.
That's right.
Borat. I'm with you.
There's a sick 2004 reference for you. My wife. All right.
So,
boy.
Caroline, so this is how it works. So I have gotten some help from our best friends in the Best Friend Facebook group, and that is they're just interested to see, for all of us, how much would it take for us to do certain of these things in a monetary value. And then at the end of it, we're going to be adding all these up, and we just want to see what's the best value. If someone wanted to pay somebody to do all of these things, which one of us is the cheapest? That's really what it comes down to.
I will say not all of these are explicitly sexual, because it sounds like they could be.
No, I don't even think any are sexual. No, none of these are sexual. So this is just from some of our best friends. So Caroline, you understand? You ready to play?
Yes, I am ready to play.
All right. So we're gonna start with one from. We're gonna do. We're ending our spooky times, which is the month of October, but there's still a little bit of that spooky season around. Sure. So I felt this was a good question, so I wanted to. And this comes from best friend Kateri, which is. Ready for this? How much would it take for you to sleep alone in a very old, very drafty, very creaky, very haunted, seemingly abandoned house? So we're going to start off, and I'm going to go, Stephen, we'll begin with you. you have to sleep alone for an entire night, and the house is old, drafty, creaky, definitely haunted, and probably abandoned. Would you do it for $100?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Well,
Of course I would. You know me. I believe in all that stuff, but I also like, I can't be taken down by anything because I have the power of God and anime on my side.
okay.
I like that you didn't even pretend to negotiate, though, like knowing you would do it for any price.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's the part that is
I'm
probably
a
sad.
cheapy
Is like
cheap.
just
I
get a
will
little bit more
apologize
money.
for my
It's
terrible
like-
late 2000s Vine reference.
Know your worth.
It's all right. It's okay. So, all right, fine. So, would you do it for less than 100?
100 seems like a nice number.
Okay. All right. So, Caroline, how about you? What are you going for? Would you do it for 100?
No, I would not do it for 100. I think I'm getting better, but I am a pretty big scaredy cat. Like I've talked about this on my other podcast before, but I was for real scared of demons for a long time.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you too? Okay, yeah. And so the idea of being in a home that seems conducive to demon time sounds bad to me.
Any idea?
So,
Is there a point? Yeah.
Hey Caroline,
what?
do you want me to tell you my demon story?
No.
no, I
one
do
wants to hear the
not.
demon story. Get the
Never,
hell out of
Actually,
here.
listeners have been
No.
clamoring. Listeners have been clamoring to hear my ghost stories at some point, so we'll do a topic just so we can scare the shit out of Chris.
Yeah, then I
my
won't
God.
be there. Don't worry. I will say, "Oh no, my car is full that day. I can't record." So
The car's been booked. It's the
yeah.
hottest studio in town now.
what can I say? All right, so I think Caroline, you and me are in the same boat here. So we're gonna now just have to see, is there a price that it would take to be able to do
Yeah.
this? Like, do you have a price that you would be willing to do this for?
Oh gosh. I think minimum.
Okay, go for it.
Honestly, probably $4,000. I
Okay.
think would be enough to be all right, that's very significant. That for one night of sleep, I'm covering a good amount of rent.
Makes sense. It makes
When
sense.
My rent is $10,000 a month, by the way. So just
All right.
covers a little bit under half of my rent.
So Caroline, if it makes you feel better, you're gonna seem like a brave hero compared to that. Because without a doubt, the very minimum I would ever consider doing this is for $10,000.
$10,000.
That is the
Okay,
bare
but
minimum.
think about really the impact that $8,000 would have on your life.
No, believe me, I am well
And that
aware
would
of this.
still, just for a night of not sleepless sleep, you just up for whatever 8 hours of darkness.
See, Caroline, that is so kind of you to think that it would have so little of an effect on me, because the $8,000 would definitely have an effect on me, 100%. It would have a great effect. But just to give you a little bit of clarification, Caroline, does anybody remember the year that the movie The Ring came out?
That would be 2003
Okay,
or
2003.
2002. One of those.
Whatever the case was, I watched 2 seconds of The Ring in high school or whenever that was, and to this day, every time I go around a corner, I'm a little bit afraid I'm going to see the girl from The Ring.
Oh, God.
So the problem is,
What did me in from that movie was the dead friend in the closet. Oh, my God.
That was terrifying.
That image didn't leave me for a long time. Still
all I'm
hasn't.
saying is,
Still there.
I would need. The problem is that $10,000 would probably go directly to a combination of medication and some type of therapy, because
And
I can't.
6 new therapists.
I cannot even imagine. There's no doubt I would not go to sleep, but I would pretty much just immediately walk in with a gigantic comforter. I would go into the corner.
I thought you were
going
gonna say gigantic boner.
Steven, that is.
Oh.
I don't know what. Wait, Caroline, did you just say something about boners?
There's a lot going on right now.
Yeah. So everyone, Steven is being a really big meanie and is putting the image of the girl of The Ring on the screen, and I don't think he realizes that I'm actually being kind right now, because deep down I have a rage that's building inside of me that is going to leave him feeling punished, that he does not want
I
to
love
continue
you.
to do this. But Stephen, you also keep forgetting I am currently in a garage by myself that I am already afraid that the light is going to go out at any moment. I'm not looking at the screen. My plan. No, I don't know what you're showing now, but I refuse to look at the screen. I'm
vetting it for you, and I think you're gonna like it. I think it's good.
Oh, it's Borat. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That was good.
It's amazing how hairy his chest is, though. It reminds me of the girl from The Ring. So Stephen, I don't know. Okay, now he's just showing just crotch pictures of Borat. Or we're gonna keep going. So yeah, for me, 10,000 would be minimum, and at 10,000, I still don't think I would do it. Like, if I'm being truthful, that is how scary that makes me. I feel so scared even considering that. Yeah, we're gonna keep going to the next one. So, how much would it take you to wear the same outfit for a month, undergarments included, without washing the clothes at all, or without taking a shower yourself? And Stephen, for clarification, you cannot have a time where you're mostly at home. You have to be going out on a regular basis.
Do people know I'm doing this? Or do they just think I stink?
I think they smell you're doing this.
Yeah, they definitely smell you doing this. I mean, like, yes, 100%.
Like, do people know I'm doing this as like a bet thing, or do they think this is just me?
Stephen.
Yeah, like, can you disclose, like, yeah, this is part of a prank I'm trying?
You could, but I would almost think that if people knew that, they would be more embarrassed for you. I think they'd be kinder if they didn't know.
I don't know. I tell people all the time when they ask me about this tattoo, I'm like, oh, I lost a bet with a bunch of listeners on the internet. So it's like,
yeah. Well, whichever for you is going to be more embarrassing,
sure,
whatever that might be. So you can think about this. Caroline, we'll start with you this time. How much would it take you?
Real quick, before I give my answer, I know this is old news for everybody else, but real quick, was that a banana with a knife through it?
Yes.
A dagger. Okay.
At 2 bananas.
He hates fruit.
At 2 bananas. Okay, cool.
I hate
moving
fruit.
on.
Yeah. It's from a podcast, our friends over at Wine and Crime. It's a joke from their show, and I lost a bet with listeners, so I now have a Wine and Crime tattoo. If y'all play your cards right, I could get a GCF tattoo.
It's surprisingly tragic. Oh, I love that. That would be so nice. I don't think we have a GCF tattoo at all out there,
gotcha.
So you'll be the first one. Okay, so I'm Stinky Monster for a month straight.
Yes.
Same undergarments was really an unfortunate detail.
Yes, that's the part that really makes it difficult. Yep.
That sucks
and
so bad.
That's from our listener and best friend April.
That's
she
so
brought
disgusting.
She brought that to us.
Gosh, I mean, the social factor is a lot that I don't like, but it's really just the idea of being that gross. Like, I'm the kind of person that I'll change my outfit like 2 or 3 times in a day if I'm feeling especially like sweaty or something. Oh gosh, this is a month?
Yes, a month.
I'm trying to be really, really realistic, like very honest about how much it would actually take me.
You have to do it.
Because it'd be easy to be like, oh, $1 million. But in reality, like, if someone offered me $500,000 to do this, I'd take a second. I'd say like minimum. Now I'm just lowering down, thinking like, yeah, I would do it for that. I would do it for that.
Sorry, over $10.
Yeah, this is not good audio. I would do it.
It's beautiful.
I would do it. Ooh, I think I'd do it for $50,000.
$50,000. Respect.
Yeah, because that would really that would just finish off all my student loans. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
and then there'd be a little extra spending money for Mama at the end of the night, which I will need because I need to buy new friends, new husband, new bed. I'll need a new bed.
You're gonna get that car detailed. You're gonna get everything detailed because it's gonna stank.
New identity, new town,
new skin,
yeah,
new job.
So, and I think that's a great point. Being able to say, like, genuinely, what would it take for you, especially when you're like, you have work, you have to be around people. This is not like a, oh, it's fall break and I don't see anybody, or something like that, or winter break. Like, no,
yeah, there's like literally a professional cost to this.
Oh, 100%.
That you have to factor in. Yeah,
100%. So Stephen, that being said, what are you going for?
Okay, so I'd like to remind everyone that I would spend the night in basically Hill House for $100. This, on the other hand, sounds worse to me.
It's a month. That's the part that makes it so difficult.
I'm going to be honest. Went on a camping trip not too long ago. Up for a weekend. Forgot to pack extra clothes.
Oh.
3 days in the same clothes was bad. So I am going to say, I'm not going to like achieve Caroline numbers here.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say like, it's going to be a solid $5,000.
$5,000. Yep. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Chris will do it for $10 and a Twinkie.
Pretty low.
Well, no, that is something. I was debating it too. And for me, what it comes down to is the exact same thing that you said, Caroline, and that is the professional cost. Is that it's unfortunately my job does require me being around a lot of people that don't know me, and first impressions, unfortunately, are important. That being said, I would do it for $5,000, and that's with the current job that I'm in. Like, if I was in a different job, I would go lower.
$5,000?
Yeah, look, I'm not saying that I should be proud of it. I just recognize that I already find myself. I don't know. Am I the only one that does this? Especially in like certain times of the year, you find yourself wearing the same pair of like long pants for many days in a row. Is it just me?
No, you're a monster.
Okay.
I'll tell you this. I'll let you in a little Nathan Ely secret that I found out maybe like a year into dating him.
Mm-hmm.
Is that he used to have a system that he called Pants of the Week, which sounds like what it is.
Oh,
he would
I
wear,
love it.
he would change the top, but he'd keep the bottoms the same for the whole week. With his reasoning being like, if I see someone twice in the same week, it's probably like a day apart or so. So to them, it's not that big a deal that I wore the same pants twice in a week. They don't know about my pants. And I dated him during this period, and I never caught on to the Pants of the Week thing.
Nice.
So, like, it's disgusting, but also you're not alone, if that makes you feel better.
Caroline,
I will say you're not alone because I think I live Pants of the Week too.
Me
right
too.
now.
I do. I
guys.
was say. Here's okay. Let me explain.
Some of us are poor.
Do you know what our butts do all day? Like, good Lord.
I know.
I mean, I understand pants. I'll stretch them for 3 days maybe, or like, but you put them away. You let them air out, for.
Here's
for a
no,
little
that's
while.
fair. Here's my secret though.
You haven't been wearing them.
My secret is the moment I started finding like long pants that both had the stretchy material while also being a slightly of like a more slim fit. Like, you can wear them, and it takes a while for them to loosen out. So by the end of it, it just looks like a slightly different pair of pants.
No, it doesn't. And
Okay. I'm a monster. I'm a monster. You're right. You're right.
2 more pairs of those pants, like just 2.
I know.
And you can
Pants are
cut
expensive.
down.
You're right.
Not always.
I probably should do it for more, but unfortunately, that's
Use
the
the
reality.
$5,000 you've made from being a gross monster.
Just
nonsense.
for pants.
Get yourself like a lot new pants.
For $5,000, I mean, if you go to like Target, you could do Pants of the Day.
Well, you're cleaning up their pants section.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's okay. So, I think that me and Steven just had a moment where we just truly lost all respect by Caroline.
Yeah.
Hey, it's harsh words. I still respect you. I just
Thank you.
I have to be honest with you, and that's
So he
what I
doesn't
do.
do Pants of the Week anymore. Did you force him to change that?
No. Although now that I think about it, I haven't been like paying attention.
Oh, he's doing
But,
it. He's doing it.
I don't know. I might have to keep an eye on him, but I don't think he does Pants of the Week. It's the weird thing too, because he's kind of a germaphobe as well. So
Okay.
I don't know.
I do
I
need
don't
to
know.
ask.
He's complicated.
Boys are complicated.
Seriously.
You brought up a point, and I do want to just dig into it a little bit. You said, "Do you know what our butts do all day?" And I do need to know, Caroline, what do our butts do all day?
Our butts have a life of their own that they are living. They are they're like our second brain down there.
Caroline, I'm starting to get concerned that my butt
Good
may
Lord.
be way less productive than yours is. Like, I need to think about that. Like, I need to have some real soul searching of like, what is my butt doing? It's nothing in comparison to
Yeah.
Caroline's.
No, I mean, we shouldn't get into comparison games, but my butt IQ is very high.
Sure.
That's
I
true.
don't like the path I'm heading down. I don't want to go here.
Hey.
I wish I could leave. I wish I could turn back.
Well, then we will definitely back out. Yes, pun intended. So here's the last one that we'll do for now. Ooh.
Sorry, that was campy.
Oh my
Scampy
gosh.
making an
Okay.
appearance.
Also,
A picture of
Caroline,
it, she's
since I can't
upset.
currently see you, having a cat all of a sudden be in my ear scared the living shit out of me. And so that
What's
was
wrong with her?
exactly what I needed in this moment.
Campy,
Oh,
say something else.
tell us some more of your secrets, Scampy.
It's squeezing her.
Or not. Oh, thank you. Oh, stop it. You didn't have to say that about me. Oh, wow.
She said, "Fuck you."
Oh gosh! Oh no! Oh gosh! Well,
I don't know what you heard.
I'm not going to Cat Marina after all. Wow! Gosh,
Not invited
Scampy,
to Cat Marina.
I'm going to throw you in the river if you keep talking to me like that. I won't do that to Scampy. No, I won't do it.
I don't think you could pick up Scampy to throw.
That's possible. Yeah. So,
My arms are tired.
all right. So here's going to be our last one. This is I specifically like this one, and this comes from our best friend Heather, who I don't know if she is from the United Kingdom or if she just has this awesome way of speaking. But she specifically said, "How much would it take you to return to university for a full year?" It's such a more fancy way than saying going back to college. Returning to university. But that includes living in the halls. So that includes every aspect of university life. And I'm going to even step further and say your first year of university life. So,
Oh no.
so that means bedtime is not at normal hours. Bedtime is at a minimum of 2 to 3 a.m. You have to do that. You have to eat all the junk food.
Will I still be in crippling student debt?
Yes, but it's going to be that it's going to be the college version, which it's a little bit out of sight, out of mind. Like, you are in debt, like you have current debt, but you also know that there's the big looming coming, but you can kind of think about it.
And this is in my current body now.
Yes,
Oh,
100%.
no.
You're returning now, not back to how you were. So that's what makes it so difficult. So this is, you have to live like an 18-year-old, but as the old people that we're slowly becoming. I mean, think about all the things my butt could do back then. It was incredible.
I lived with you for years. I can attest you are
Yes.
telling the truth.
Yeah. So Stephen, we will start with you. How much would it take you to return to university for a full year? Think about your original dorm too. Not when we lived together.
That is accurate. I did live in a dorm. Am I living with my same roommate?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
That's what makes it difficult.
So I had a roommate that would burrow under dirty clothes to sleep.
I had a roommate that did that too.
They're mole people, and I'm scared.
He lived by the rule, pants for the semester.
Yes.
That was his rule.
I did live in a hall where, in order for someone to walk by in the hallway, you almost had to just stand on your bed in your room because the hallways were so narrow. Okay, so I'm trying to factor in, let's say I leave the dorm 2 times a day. I'm trying to factor in how much money it would cost to buy 2 to 3 new pairs of shoes every single day, because, not to be off color, but we're in college and everything is covered in jizz in the halls. And so,
oh God,
I'm sorry,
Jesus.
y'all, but it was
Good
weird.
Lord.
So I'm definitely gonna need new shoes every time I walk up and down the hall. I mean, I don't know. College was all right. Give me like $1,000.
Good Lord. Oh my God, you are so
God.
cheap. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how about this? Caroline, I'll make you feel better because $1,000.
Well, hold on. You said I have to eat all the food?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's going to throw it off there, bud. Because I don't think my body could handle it. So whatever a life insurance policy costs.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's the whole experience.
I'm going to up it from $1,000. What if I was just like to $1,200? No,
I thought you were going to say $2,000. I was going to say.
No, I'm going to up it significantly the more I think about the effect on my overall health from lack of sleep and terrible food. I'm going to bump it straight up to a $20,000.
There we go.
Woo.
There we go. Finally.
All right.
All right. So for me, this is difficult because I think the part that here are the two things that I think would make it the most difficult for me. One, and this is more of the real thing, and I think this is a little bit sappy, but you know what? Now that I live with my wife, and I have for a while, I don't want to go back to the other way of doing things just because I don't know, just living in a dorm or it's not fun by any means. I don't know. I'm going to just say I would need about at least 15 grand in profit, pure profit. So I'm going to go a minimum of 15, but honestly, I feel like I'm not being as serious as I should, and it probably should be higher. So I'm going to go with 15 grand for me to. No. I'm thinking about it. Nope. I'm doing 25 because, good Lord, the food and the showering in the gross showers, and yes, easily 25. So I apologize. So Caroline, for you.
Yeah, and so this is like I'm quitting my job. I'm leaving my apartment for a year.
Yes,
unfortunately. Doing freshman year of college. Okay. I had a pretty good freshman year. Like the dorm I lived in, just had some true weirdos with me, but like it wasn't unlivable. And two of them ended up leaving, and then they never got replaced. So we ended up with like more space than the average person. And then so that wasn't so bad. Classes were okay, and I mean the food aspect. Last night I ordered Taco Bell at 11 p.m. through Postmates, so like that's not a huge adjustment for me. My body would be like, yep, right at home, feels good. I ate a lot of Ritz crackers freshman year. That'd be fine. So I think that said, though, there's the social cost. So, I mean, the living aspect would be fine, and I would love to go back and learn. I feel like I did a shitty job of paying attention to my freshman year classes. Like, there's a lot of stuff I probably should have enjoyed a little bit more.
You went to classes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did not.
I mean, you're working with a chronic overachiever here, so I was at all my classes, and I was trying hard. So, but that said, I think I would master 25,000. Like, I think that's what it would take to kind of do this upheaval on my life.
Yep.
But the actual doing it, I think I would kind of enjoy.
Nice. Okay. So, with that, are you ready for the totals of what it would take if there are any rich billionaires out there that want to pay us to do these things? The
haunting thing alone wins it for me.
Oh, 100%. That's true. But Stephen, you came in significantly lower than anyone else at $25,000. 20,000 of that being the very last one, which was just going back to college. For me, I come in the second cheapest at $40,000, which is definitely not cheap by any means. And Caroline, you come in at $79,000, and most of that is just because of how much was it for you to? Was it 50 grand?
50,000.
Yeah, which honestly, I don't think that is bad at all. I mean, the more I think about it, $10,000. If someone wrote me a check, I would have to have a real come to Jesus moment with myself to determine if I could do that. So I think that you were probably the most sincere in that, so I appreciate it. But Stephen, congratulations.
I'm expensive, baby.
Yeah, you know what you're worth, while Stephen is saying, I'll just do it for a pack of cards. I don't know what I'm saying. I think
we all know what I'm worth, and I think I hit a nail on the head.
But congratulations, Stephen. You are the cheapest. Well done.
Thank you. And that wraps up this edition of what, Chris?
How much? How much? Is that better?
Yes. I really want to
Okay.
just like isolate Caroline's audio there and like drop it every time we do this segment.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, hey, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more Is This Adulting?
What up, ladies and gentlemen? This is best friend number 2, Chris Grimmett. What? What am I doing here? You would like to know. Just kidding. I'm here for a very special reason, and that's to recommend our weekly podcast to you. Fellas, ladies, friends beyond the binary, something that all of you should know is about this amazing podcast called Not Another D&D Podcast. If you like things like The Adventure Zone, if you like really, really funny episodes of all types of things, you like role-playing games, no matter what it is, I promise you, if you don't know anything about D&D, you're still going to love it. So please go check it out. And hint, hint, we may be having a friend coming on from that show soon. So please go check it out. Not Another D&D Podcast. You won't regret it. All right, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to Is This Adulting? We're here, and it's game time, and we just want to let you know real quick, since we had a prolonged mental health check-in, and it's clearly been kind of a day here at Is This Adulting headquarters. Steven's had a day, so we're actually going to just do a game, have some fun on the way out here. And then we will wrap things up this week. So I appreciate y'all being understanding of that. But until then, it's game time.
Yeah.
Christopher, what game is it?
All right. It's a game that it's very near and dear to my heart. It does not have a good name, but it is that nonetheless. It's a game that we call Human Thesaurus. And
It's got a catchy theme song.
Caroline, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I always forget the theme song. Human Thesaurus, making up words because they're cool. That's the best I can come up with for now. So, Caroline, this is how this works. I have a lot of phrases and words that I'm trying to think of better ways to say them, and I need both of your help. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you 10 seconds, and then I'm going to ask for you to name, each of you one at a time, name a certain number of alternatives. Here's what makes this so complicated, though. The first round, you only have to name 3 alternatives, but then the second round, you have to do 4, even though you only get 10 seconds. And then the third round, you have to try and name 5, but you still only have 10 seconds. What we do is we run back through your very funny answers, usually is the case, and I decide which points are considered a worthy alternative to what I was looking for. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Oh, don't worry. You'll understand soon enough. We're going to start with Steven.
Of course we are.
So that he can kind of get the ball rolling. Remember, Steven, this is the first round. You're going to have a nice 10-second timer. All you need to do is name 3 of this, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. So, Steven, please name 3 phrases that could help calm a crying baby.
Shut up.
Okay.
Why? Whoa, Nelly. What am I?
Okay, so
I got no points.
So your 3 options were telling the baby to shut up. I don't know if that would help calm the baby or not. So
what if I say it in a real cute way?
Shut up, girlfriend. No, I'm going to unfortunately not go with that one.
Sure.
The second one was Whoa, Nelly, which isn't so much of a... I mean, unless the baby was a horse. But
we didn't specify human baby.
That is true, but I'm still not going to give you that one. But
cool, thanks.
I'm actually going to give you the third one, even though it kind of sounded like you were peeing.
Yeah.
Technically, I've learned this from my friends that making like a loud, that type of noise in their ear can help calm the baby. And so for that, I'm going to give you one. So well done, Stephen. I'm sure that's what you were going for the entire time.
Sure.
So Caroline, are you ready to see what you can do?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, here we go. So this is going to be, you also have to name 3, but this time it's going to be a different prompt.
Okay.
Here we go. Caroline, can you name 3 nicknames that a bro would call another bro.
Brosif, Reince Brobus, George Broshington.
Oh, wow. Those are 3 very, very quality. So Broseph, always a classic. And then you went for the Reince preface, apparently. But Reince Broseph, is that what you said?
Reince
pre-brophus. But this was before he was a bro. Before he was where he was. But I still love it. And then finally, George Brosington? Yeah, okay. Either way, you know what? Bros are going to say some really weird names. So I'm going to give you all 3 of those. I'm going to give you all 3.
Right.
So well done.
Thank you.
So right now it's a 3-1 lead. So, but it's still anyone's game.
Sure it
Don't
is.
worry. Now we're going to the next round where you still only get 10 seconds. But this time you have to try and name 4 things. But this time we're switching back. And Caroline, you're going to go first. Are you ready?
Yes.
So this time it's naming 4. Caroline, can you name 4 other bumper sticker phrases that would explain that there is a baby on board?
Pack an infant. Small human in here. Little guy on the road. And Mr. Baby on the move. Ooh.
Okay. So
Mine were too long. I should have really.
those were
I
very,
hurt
very
myself.
long. Very descriptive bumper stickers, though. So, hey, I'll give them that. I like it's just one bumper sticker that goes the entire distance. Like, it goes over the entire license plate because of how long some of them are.
People are like, geez.
So,
I get
the
it.
first one, did you say packing baby? or packing infant?
Just my
Yeah.
favorite thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty incredible way of doing it. So, yeah, definitely that one. The next one was there's a small one on board or
Tiny
in here,
human
or
or
tiny human
I
in here.
truly don't remember. I
Either
blacked
way,
out
though,
a
I'm
little
going to
bit.
give you that one as well. The
Thank
third
you.
one, I'm having trouble remembering, but I remember that was pretty solid. But I think my favorite one was the end. Stephen, do you want to? Are you about to remind everyone what it was?
I believe it was it Mr. Baby on the move?
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
is. That one's too good to not give you that
Yeah.
one. So
Okay, thank
I
you.
think I'm going to have to give you. Stephen, is it fair to say all 4?
I think it is.
I think
Wow,
that
all right.
you've done a more solid job than almost anyone at this game, being able to give very tangible answers. And so I feel like we have to be able to give that. So, all right, Stephen, are you ready to name
So
4?
ready.
I want you to name 4 comebacks that you would use when you're being picked on by a butt face.
You're a butt face.
Accurate.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Go fuck your mom? I don't know. I got nothing. I'm bad.
Okay. Hold
I'm
on.
very bad at this game.
Wow. Okay, so your butt face, descriptive to the point. Gonna give you that one.
Thank you.
The second one, you know what? If someone's being a butt face and you just say, "Hey, go fuck yourself," I'm gonna give it to you. You know, like
Yeah.
Thank you.
they had it coming. You know,
There's power in that.
You know what really pisses bullies off though is when you ask them if they would go fuck their mom.
Yeah, I would say I think
As a
that might be the
question.
thing that might be the most. I think that is a good comeback because at the end of the day, what you're looking for is to truly stump the butt face, and I think that butt face is going to be so confused, and they're going to go, "You want me to make love to my mom? Gross." Sorry. I just want to imagine that's
The
how
butt face is gonna
he
say
says
that.
things. Just you want me to make love to my mother? Ugh.
They make love.
I know that's what.
Embrace my mother in physical intimacy?
You want me to biblically know my mother? Oh,
Oh my god.
sorry. All right. So, Stephen, I'm gonna. I think we're gonna give you 3 of those.
Oh, well, I only
so-
said 3, so
Yeah. So you have 4. To unfortunately
has
7.
7.
So so far she has had 0 incorrect answers, but this you can come back here. The 5th one is where often people stumble. So, Stephen, this
Hey
time.
Steven, real quick, just before we start this last round,
uh-huh.
go fuck your mom?
Oh man, you got that butt face. You got him good.
Look at
Oh wow, you took him all the way to Cat Marina. Ooh man.
him.
Oh god, he's
Drive
covered in
dog.
cats right now. Woo. All right.
So aggressive.
Steve. All right. I love how she's also ahead, and so she's just trying to like already get you while you're down. She's just like,
all right.
she's like, I gotta
I'm a
keep this
sore
lead.
winner and a sore loser.
All right, so Steven,
Sure.
here we go.
Mm-hmm.
This is your time to shine.
Let's do it.
You get 10 seconds still,
Okay.
and you need 5 alternatives this time. So,
oh God. Okay.
please name 5 fancy words that you would use to describe the taste of a bad wine at a wine tasting.
Chalky, swarthy, grease laden,
Oh.
horny, bacon. I
Okay,
got-
okay.
Wow.
So the first one was chalky. I'm gonna go with that's a definite yes
yeah,
because
nobody wants that.
no one wants that. The second one,
Swarthy.
let's say there's some people out there that may not be as good with big words. Describe what you mean by that.
Just swarthy.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then nope, not gonna give you that one. The next one was grease.
Grease laden, I believe.
I think that is definitely something you wouldn't want.
Sure.
You had one that was bacon.
That was the last one.
Bacon was the last one, which
It's not an adjective as much as it is a noun.
yeah, and also I feel like with as many people love bacon, they might not completely hate that idea.
Sure. The other one was horny.
Horny. Also, hey, you might not be drinking wine right, my friend. Ayo. Yeah, so I'm not going to give you that one.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
I
all right.
lose.
It's okay, but we still have to see. Caroline, can you go for the first time, the only person that has ever gotten every single one right for a perfect score?
Yeah, when you put it that way, I feel super confident. Yeah.
Hey, Caroline, just before you answer this last one,
Oh,
hey,
here we go,
I just want to say, God bless you and your family.
I knew it. I knew.
Good. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
All
So sweet
right.
coming from such a loser.
Also, you basic. Anyway,
Oh, wow. Turn that around. All right, so here we go. Caroline, for the perfect score, you have to name 5 this time, though. Can you name 5 excuses to get out of a date?
My butt has having problems. My eye is twitching too much. I'm having a stroke. I'm married, and my kids need me.
Well, okay, let's run through these. The first one,
it's very, very
my
accurate.
butt is having problems.
Yes.
I think the thing I like most about this is that Caroline, you're being confident in who you are, and you're just being fully vulnerable on this date of saying, you know what, I would love to attend this date with you, but my butt is having real problems.
I mean, I am nothing if not constantly on brand.
Okay, that's true, and definitely 100%. The next one, I'm trying to remember.
eye is twitching.
Your eye is twitching a lot. You know what? Hey,
Yeah, my eye is twitching.
I think it's fair.
Yeah.
No one wants to go on a date if your eye is twitching constantly.
Yeah,
I mean,
nobody
you're not
wants
going to
that.
be
That's
able
a
to.
pretty weak one.
No, it's okay though. No, it's more of that you're getting out of the date because you don't want to go and attend a date if your eye is constantly.
Is
twitching.
it as weak as describing wine as horny?
Yeah, or bacon.
Truly though, I thought swarthy was like a good one. I would have kept that.
Fine, I'll give you that one, Steven.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey.
She convinced me.
By
So
just saying it.
eye twitching. That was one. The next one was. I'm trying to remember all of them. One was your kids need you. That's completely valid.
And I'm
I'm
married
having a
and I'm having a
stroke.
stroke.
I'm
Yeah,
married.
I'm
Oh yeah, and I'm
married.
having a stroke. Honestly, Caroline, congratulations. I think you are in fact the first person that you've given us a legitimate answer for
Wow.
every single one. So that is a perfect score. Well done.
Oh my gosh.
Well
wow, I feel
done.
really good. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
Done it.
no one has ever mastered this game the way that you have just mastered it. And is there perfect?
Oh, hell
yes.
yeah.
Caroline, is there anything that you would like to tell to the loser in this moment?
I'd say God bless you and your family.
Mm-hmm.
Also, This is probably the worst part of your day, huh?
Yeah, this is easily the worst thing that's happened to
This
me
is
today.
kind of a low point for you today.
Yeah, I my kingdom for that elevator. Oh my god!
Can you imagine if you were on an elevator and then all of a sudden Marvin, the seaside cat, came in out of nowhere?
I die. I would die inside and outside.
I feel like Marvin has a monocle and a little sailor hat, and I just want to know more about his story.
Yeah,
So,
he's a real. You're gonna have to go visit.
just so you know,
I will.
I don't think listeners know this about me. Sometimes I suffer from sleep paralysis, and it's very scary because you cannot move and you feel something terrifying watching you, or you can see things. It's very scary, and I do have a feeling that the next time that happens, I'm going to be laying there and not able to move, and I'll just hear very faintly next to me, Steven, go fuck your mom? Just in Caroline's voice, and I'll die inside. So thank you for that. Well,
You're welcome.
on this abbreviated show, I've taken quite a beating, and so I don't know that we can go on. So we're gonna wrap it up. But if you would like to send us a topic for discussion or a mental health check-in, I will remind you, we're not professionals, just not at all. But you can send that to us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com. You can follow us over on Twitter at @isthisunderscoreadulting. Find us on Facebook over in the Best Friends group. Like I said, it's a really cool place, cool community. It's full of people building each other up when they're having rough days, people sharing openly about mental illness and therapy and medication. It's also a place that if you're like, dang, I need a lot of pictures of capybaras, people post those in there because they know that it's my favorite animal. So it's also a very happy place full of fun gifts and weird vines. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Yeah, do that. We'd love that. And if you're feeling generous, hey, rate, review. That'd be good.
Okay.
Y'all, my brain's broke. We want to say a big thanks to the collection for the use of our theme music, The Borrowers, off their album Ars Moriendi. Caroline, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for having me. It was fun as always.
You came back. You survived it again. I'm kind of sad because I do feel like we've finally done it. We've broken you. So
yeah, well, I was already a little bit weak and ill, and now, I'm
I've done
going to
it.
the hospital after
That's
this.
what it was.
Oh no! Well,
If you need a ride, I'm already in the car, so I'll come and just swing by and pick you up.
just so that you
No,
can.
I don't think they like you there. So.
Wow.
me off.
Wow. You're turning on me now.
I
She's
know.
anyone ever. Now that she's won
No.
and she's got the perfect score, she doesn't care who she hurts.
drunk
She's
with
just,
power.
She's just
Yeah,
ready to
I'm
go
just
left and
on
right.
a mountaintop. I can do whatever the hell I want.
This is her podcast now. Oh my God. Well, as you're riding to the hospital, do you want to, remind people where they can interact with you on social media and find your show?
Yeah, again, feel free to give me a follow at Caroline's Farts if that's what you like to do. And then our show is Good Christian Fun. You can find us at goodchristianfun.com or at Christian Fun Pod on social media.
Also, I'm a child, and every time you mention it on your show and on this show, every time you say Caroline's Farts, I do laugh every single time.
Well, that's what it's for, so I'm so glad.
I also like the vocalization on your show that every time you say it in front of your guests for the first time, there's a little bit of embarrassment.
Yeah, there is. I didn't think about that, like how often I have to say it, but it's good. It keeps me humble, after winning party games like this.
Yeah.
Good reminder of where I come from.
Keeps you grounded. I mean, really, you've been saying this whole time. Your butt does a lot of things, so I mean, it's only fair. You're
It's
truly
very creative.
you're speaking out into existence.
Nothing if not on brand. Well, podcast is Good Christian Fun. Go check it out. It is lovely, lovely break from the chaos of life sometimes. It's just a fun place to go and have a few laughs. Definitely check it out. That is going to do it for us here on Is This Adulting this week. I've been your best friend, Steven.
I've been your best friend, Chris.
And I am your most best friend, Caroline.
Wow.
Had to one-up
She
me.
did
All
it.
right.
She did it.
And just remember, kids, be happy, stay healthy, and go hug someone.
Because you never know. They may have just been told to make love to their mother. To my mother? Oh my God! You want me to make love to my mother?
I don't like this voice. I don't like this character you've created. That's, you know who you are. You're George Broshington.
You want me to share flesh with my mother? Sorry,
Okay.
I think it's a good voice.
Thank you. I like it too.
I think we're done here. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.
Jesus Christ.
With my mother?